remember around 10 in the morning, I had Dad making me an Irish coffee with a bit of whiskey, some creamer and some whipped cream on top, in that big Good Morning cup. And then I had a bowl of granola cereal. And then around noon, I had some Skinny Pop popcorn. With a few homemade cookies. That was given to Dad by someone he delivers the mail to. We had a small amount of those cookies that were wrapped up in plastic wrap. I didn't really do much while at Dad's place. I remember being there until the mid to late afternoon. Maybe until about 2. It was somewhere between 2 and 3 p.m. that I got back to Mom's place. When we were getting ready to leave, I helped hold the wrapping paper in place to make it easier for Dad to tape it around the polystyrene ball. The completed drawing so that we could bring it to Mom's place here as a gift, since I made that polystyrene drawing as a gift to her. As she unwrapped and ripped open the wrapping paper slowly, it was nice to see. The time from 3 to roughly 5 p.m. was the time in which I was in my room. In between Dad taking me from his place to Mom's place, and Mom taking me from her place to Fatso's Bar and Grill for a karaoke night. That would be shortened to being from 6 to roughly what ended up being 8:30 p.m. in favor of the Bills-Bengals game. I got a sort of sense of, when I first got back to my room at Mom's place, a sort of feeling of being at home. And of days gone by, to an extent. Seeing my bed made. There were points in which I felt tired, both a little bit tired somewhat, both before going to Fatso's and while at Fatso's during the karaoke night. A few points. I think I first woke up today around 6 in the morning. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later, but by that point I had woken up in the early morning. And hadn't gone back to bed. There were brief moments of nodding off a bit while at Fatso's, but I didn't completely fall asleep there. I had a garbage plate, but they called it a Fatso plate. Cheeseburgers and red hot dogs as my 2 meats. And fries and mac salad as my 2 sides. I figured those would be my best choices for keto diet. I'm just eating this so it doesn't go to waste. Since for baked beans, they usually come with a sauce that's got some sugar mixed in it. I figured pasta and potatoes would be better than something with sauce with sugar in it. I sang 2 songs during the karaoke night. Yellow by Coldplay and Lean on Me. Then Lean on Me by Bill Withers. I then put in On the Road Again by Willie Nelson, but I didn't sing that because the karaoke host didn't get to me before the karaoke night had to be cut short in favor of tonight's football game. By the way, I took pictures of the completed gingerbread barn and of these cookies just to kind of give a sense of what I saw. I first saw the gingerbread barn when I got back to Mom's place from Dad's place. I first noticed those cookies when I first got back to Mom's place from Fatso's. The gingerbread barn was done as part of our Christmas celebrations, and I assume it's kind of the same way as to why Mom bought those cookies. Maybe it's part of either our Christmas celebrations or maybe it's part of the New Year celebrations, but either way, that's kind of what I assumed regarding both of those things. Just because I took pictures of them doesn't mean I ate them all. It was very good for me to go to Fatso's for that karaoke night. I got to spend some time with my mom. I brought a block of polystyrene and my marker satchel, but I didn't end up working on any projects, though I did end up meeting some people I'm familiar with. Essentially, some old friends of Mom who, by extension, became friends of me. And now I've got a new commission to draw a U.S. Navy symbol by one of those friends. So I may end up working on that next. Or maybe I'll work on that commission where I draw the Buffalo Bills logo. Something like that. There were a couple points in which I made some conversation, even though typically at this kind of venue, it's not really the most ideal for that sort of thing, since there's a tendency for loud music to be playing. Thankfully, since tonight was a karaoke night, this was mitigated somewhat. Enough that I ultimately decided to converse at length at a couple points tonight while at Fatso's Bar and Grill. I recall after that Irish coffee having some plain coffee while at Dad's place. Plain coffee that I had to finish before we left for Mom's place. Still, in general, I got to drink that coffee at my own pace. I believe I ultimately had about 2 cups of coffee, including that Irish coffee, but again, that was in the Good Morning cup, which is unusually big for coffee cups, so maybe that's technically a little higher.